Thank you so much. According to Inc. magazine, executives spend up to 23 hours a week in meetings. How much time do you spend on Zoom or WebEx or Teams? We weren't built for this. And I hate to tell you this, but your webcam and your lighting setup probably weren't built for this either. Have you been on one of those video conferences where someone looks like they're in the witness protection program? Well, I hope it wasn't you. Backlit shots or bad lighting detract from all that you have to say. You've probably heard this one. The eyes are the window to the soul. Well, today you're going to learn some tips and tricks to light yourself so that nothing detracts from your brilliance. This is not hard, but I can tell you it takes some experimenting. By the way, I'm Laura, Director of Marketing and Business Development for Idea Decanter. And we create videos for financial advisors who are wanting to nurture their existing client relationships and connect with prospects. Last year, about the time the pandemic set in, I started spending a whole lot more time on Zoom. And I bought a new webcam. You might have done this too. And then I tweaked my lighting and I tweaked it some more and I tweaked it some more. I moved my desk. I unscrewed the light bulb above my desk. I moved ring lights from here to here and then here and here. Eventually, I went to the store and bought some blackout curtains so that I could overcome the massive amount of sunlight that was streaming in through my south-facing windows. So there's no one way to get your lighting right because your office isn't like mine. You have challenges that are different from my challenges, but you can figure this out, and we are here today to help. And before we're done, you'll get some tips and tricks for your own lighting and access to 2 free resources to help you get this right. We work with advisors every day who are recording videos remotely with us, and lighting is so important. I can say for certain it makes a difference in how you look. And you want to look good, right? It's not a female thing. Guys care about this too. We're just more honest about it. Let me bring in my co-founder and creative director, Sharon, who is also our resident lighting expert.
I spent a decade as a professional photographer in Los Angeles, and every day I was in my studio lighting everything from products to people. I know what good lighting looks like and what good lighting equipment costs, but don't worry. We're going to share some easy, affordable hacks that will make you look great. Today, we're going to walk you through 3 lighting setups, how to light if you wear glasses, and how to use the lights you have around the house. So let me share my screen and let me share this flattering portrait of myself. This is rule number 1 to anything, whether it's video or Zoom or just taking a picture of yourself. Do not put yourself right underneath an overhead light. Like Laura said, she just unscrewed the light bulb from her can because it was so unflattering.
All I look at there, Sharon, is your nose. And then your forehead is a runner-up.
Exactly. So rule number 1, do not do this. Now, you don't necessarily have professional lighting in your house today, but a trip to Amazon can get you a ring light like this. I've actually got the luxury of using a very expensive light that we use to shoot videos with. And I have a cute little ice light back here to light the background. Now, you don't need all this fancy stuff. You could totally use a desk lamp to light your background. But you do want to get a light for you that's strong enough to light up your scene. Now, the easiest, freest source of light is, of course, the window you have in your home. But do not do this. This is rule number 2. No entrance into the witness protection plan. If you're going to use a big window like I have here and it's sunny, your best bet is to turn towards your window. here I am. I'm just using my iPhone here instead of the laptop. But if you have a window near your desk, or if you can bring your laptop somewhere close to a window, this is the easiest, freest, and most flattering light you can have quickly. So here is a schematic of what this lighting situation is. The black bar is the window, the little arrows have light coming at me, and the arrows show me where the laptop would be facing me. And this is what you would look like on Zoom if you did this. Now, as you can see, I've got way too much background, first of all, but it's a little bit flat, and it's probably not the most flattering light I've ever had. My favorite type of light is at a 45-degree angle. I have it right here with my artificial light, and here is what it would look like if you were using a big window.
Write this down. This is one of Sharon's lighting secrets, 45-degree angle.
Exactly. If you go too far, then it's side lit and you're going to look like an Adele LP cover. But here's what the schematic looks like. So you've got the window with the light coming at you at an angle, and your laptop is just straight in front of you. And this is what you would look like on Zoom, which is much more flattering, I think. Now, if it's super, super bright and sunny, you're going to want to diffuse that light coming in the window because it's going to be too hard and too dramatic. And I hate to say it, we'll show every wrinkle, right? Even with that Zoom filter. So I have these beautiful big shades for my big window. I pull it down. Now, granted, my shade is just an off-white color. You certainly do not want to do this if you have orange or yellow or green shades, because that color is going to be what color you become. And so here's my schematic. It's just the same as the last one, but I've got the little wavy line for the curtain. And this is what it looks like. Now, I will say that this light is probably a little low. When I like to light for portraits or for video, I want it a little higher so that it's not like that monster light. Like, no one cares what your nostrils look like. They want to see your eyes and your cheeks. When you're working with artificial light, the 45-degree angle is still your friend. So I have a big light here. That's at 45-degree angle. I've got a light here in the background. Laura's got two ring lights. One is brighter than the other, you'll notice. So when you're dealing with two light setups, really what you want to think about is those ratios of light. So if everything's at 100%, you're going to have that same effect as facing the window. It's going to be flat light. You're going to look featureless. One scenario I like is to have the light at a 45-degree angle and then have a background light to light up your background. Now, as you can see, my light looks a little bit more direct and a little more contrasty than Laura's. So her lighting setup is one main light, we call it the key, and then another light at a much lower intensity to just fill in those shadows. And it also lights up the background. So you get a 2-for-1 deal with that. If your main light is still too harsh, like mine is here, you can soften that light. You can put a diffusion paper like this, or a pillowcase, or a bed sheet over it. Or you can also bounce it off the ceiling or a wall, which looks like this. So the light is bouncing off the wall at about a 45-degree angle, and then it comes back at you at a 45-degree angle. So whatever angle your light's at, it's going to bounce off the same angle. So with this one, I've got it bounced off the wall, but you could also bounce it off like the corner where your ceiling and your wall meet if you need it higher, which is a really nice look. So here's what it would look like if you were bouncing off the ceiling. So what I've got here is my ring light bouncing off a wall higher than my head, and it's coming back down and lighting me up.
I like to think of it as a soft drizzle of light rather than a downpour.
Exactly. Exactly. You want it to drift down on your features. Now, if you wear glasses, the struggle is real. Reflections from your light, from your computer can make your eyes unreadable. And large window light can be an issue because your glasses are going to reflect everything outside that window. So I wear glasses all the time, and I'm still lighting at that 45-degree angle, but I might raise my light up higher to miss the main glass. So if I look up, you see it's all white, but when I look down, you can't see the light. So you just have to realize like the angle that it's coming in just has to be higher than where your lenses are.
This is another one of Sharon's secrets. Remember this, glasses, you want your light up high.
And the benefit of that light up high is that you can kind of hide that double chin that happens sometimes, you know?
I know what you're talking
I know,
about,
I
Sharon.
like it. Whatever. Another issue with glasses is that your computer screen can be reflecting in them. And you can certainly turn down the intensity of your laptop screen, but you can also use the night shift mode, which turns it a warmish color that just is less jarring on your glasses. So on a Mac, you would just go to display. In the settings, you would go to display and choose night shift. You probably have to click manual if it's already set up to come on like at 9:00 at night. On a PC, you just go into the settings, into system, into display, and hit nightlight settings, and you'll be all set up. So that's all I have.
And you've taught us so much, Sharon. I mean, I've got the 45-degree angle down. I've got the t-shirt over the light down. I've got my computer screen set with the most flattering light. You have really brought it for me. I will never be in the witness protection program on my Zoom calls again. You've learned a lot in a short period of time, and now you're armed with some ideas that can help you up the lighting ante in your office. I would recommend trying it one tweak at a time. Flip off the switch on those overhead lights, throw a t-shirt over some bright light, even consider spending $10 on an IKEA lamp and putting it off to the side at a 45-degree angle to cast some flattering light, just like those portrait photographers do. Before we go, I'd like to give you a peek into our remote video service, Idea Kit. We use it to make hundreds of videos every year for financial advisors like you. Our process starts with shipping you the gear, including the lighting. And then for your record session, we get into an app on your phone that's kind of like FaceTime, and we guide you through the record every step of the way, from setting up the gear, doing the mic check, getting the lighting right. We can even flip the screen of your phone into a teleprompter and roll that for you while we're recording. And you get live coaching. Plus, we take care of all the editing. You don't have to think about any of that as we bring your story to life. And let me tell you about those 2 free resources I mentioned that can help you kickstart your lighting and make yourself look beautiful on your Zoom calls. Resource number 1 is to get tips and tricks on lighting and video by subscribing to our YouTube channel. We're constantly posting more videos there that will help get you camera ready. All you need to do is go to YouTube, search Idea Decanter, and just click on subscribe. Resource number 2 is a free strategy session that we are offering today. We can use it to get your lighting questions answered. And if you're interested in finding out more about how video marketing could help you meet your business goals, we can talk about some ideas that will help get you in gear. If you want to schedule the free strategy session, you just need to send me an email at laura@ideadecanter.com and make sure in the subject line that you put "The Women Are Here," and I'll get y'all set up. We'll leave you today with this quote: "Whomever wants to reach a distant goal must take small steps." So whether it's unscrewing the light bulb, hanging the shower curtain on your window, or draping a t-shirt over your lamp, take that small step today. Because when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. Thanks so much. Back to you.